We're coming with a bang.
Hello, hi, and welcome to the Insaka Talk Show. And my name is Winnie Sonda, and I have my co-host Ivy, all the way from Seattle. How is Seattle? It looks like nice over there.
Oh my gosh, we even went for a walk. I had a plan to walk by myself, just to have my moments, and then
that's what we're talking about right now.
My dream was crushed when this little girl called me at 7:35. Mommy, I'm like, oh gosh, that wasn't the plan. And I even left the monitor in Nasha's room. I'm going for a walk. You know where you just like wake up, just like feeling I have to do this, and then you have a mate joining you. Oh my gosh, dreams clashed.
Dream crushed in the morning. That's why we're talking about life after 40. We're gonna embrace it all.
So it was just like a matter of like now everything now is behind. So we had to give a bath, give breakfast. Mom, and she even like told me, "Mommy, let's go outside." I'm like, that was my plan.
I've been planning to go outside before you got up.
That was my plan. So by the time we're leaving the house, it was like 9. I'm like, anyway, at least we achieved what the plan was.
Oh, that's good.
Life within the 40s.
For me, I was supposed to take my lumbar out, and I was just like, I'm just tired. Maybe I should just get home.
That's okay.
I was like, you know what?
We try to do everything. We want to win a gold medal that we'll never even see. That's okay. You're tired. You listen to your body.
Yeah, I was like, I'm tired. I'm just gonna stay home. Let me just do whatever that I'm doing. And then I was like, since my lumbar is busy, if he's busy, then it'll be good. As long as he's happy, at least he's not. I'm bored. I'm doing this.
I mean, you're bored. We have laundry to do. And plates in the sink.
Wow. Happy Sunday. I hope you're doing great. Today's topic is embracing life after 40. Actually, we have one of our friends, Mulenga, and she's a cool friend. She always watches the Insaka Talk Show.
Do you know that we went to the same school with Mulenga? I went to Rotsburg at the same,
That is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Banga is like one of my supporters. She's been loving since we've been doing this. And she was like, guys, talk about life after 40. I'm like, girl, are you sure you want to come in? She's like, no, girl, I will support you from far.
And that's okay.
We got you. We here, we 40, we're gonna feel 40.
I would have been the same 3 years ago. Like, and I usually told the Winnie, I'm like, when I went to Alaba, but sometimes like if I can make a purpose in my life and make something out of it, it's okay, and that's okay. And even bring in ideas like that, very healthy.
And I'm so grateful that you are able to just jump in and do this. And I'm so thankful every day. I'm going to keep on saying this. You'll be part of this. It's just amazing. And I cannot wait to where we're going, because we are going. Wherever we're going to go, we're going to be here and give you what's going on, what's happening. And I think it's just good to be here and just like embrace our womanhood, motherhood, whatever, parenting, life after 40, whatever the situation is, we're going to be right here. So today we're going to talk about life after 40. And we are about 40. And listen, life after 40 is crazy. And I'm going to say, Ivy, how did you feel when you were 10, 40? Actually, you cut your hair.
No, I cut my hair at 45.
Oh, 45. So what did you do when you turned 40 or before you turned 40? How was your feeling?
Oh, for me, I know some people don't like to share their ages and all that stuff. I embrace my age. And I remember my Penny had put a post up one time. She's like, oh my gosh, because I've gone through a lot. Like I embrace my age because I have lost so much in my life, and just sharing my age wouldn't impact anything. I was so grateful that I even got that. But when I got to 45, I was like, it was so emotional because at 45 my mom died. So and that's when I shaved my head because of that same incident. It's a thing that we do back home, but that was my moment, and a lot of changes were happening in my life. But I was so ecstatic. My cousins and my friends, would did a surprise 40th. We had gone to Portland, the best ever, celebration. So grateful for them, and just having that space and people that you love just embrace you and celebrate that age for you. I'm so grateful. Sometimes you don't return that favor because life takes a toll, but you still celebrate when it's their turn and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah. I mean, a lot of thoughts and saying, I'm midway of my life, but very ecstatic when I turned 40. Because always any age of mine is very special.
I love birthdays, as you know, and me and the daughter, we share same birthday. So I love my birthday. But my 40th, I think my 40th was a lock and key and let's go. Because I feel like my 30s, I think I struggled with, I just had a baby when I just turned 29. So the whole thing, I was just like raising my palo and all that stuff, and things happen in my life. So when I turned 40, I think I was staying by myself with my kids. Like by then I was like just getting to this thing. Life was just like getting into here. And then I remember Mapalo and of course the other Bashimapa trying. She put the balloons and she got the wine, and then she got stuff for me, which was very, very nice for her. Like she's a child thinking that mommy's turning 40. And I walked in, I was like, oh, they were saying happy birthday. And then Rafi was saying happy birthday. And he was like, oh, I can take you out. I'm like, no, brother. She 40. She going by herself. Listen, I love this because I don't know how everybody else felt. I felt the whole thing. I'm going to have to actually put this is like, this is what I felt, confidence and wisdom. Like, I know I had it, but just for me to embrace it, because I was like, I'm doing it. I have my kids by myself. I can go to work. I can come back. I can do this. I can do this. So I felt that. And then I told myself I was going to take myself out. And then my good friend Blessings walked in. She was like, Winnie, where are you? I'm like, I'm home. She's like, I know it's your birthday. It's like, yeah. What are you doing? So I'm going to go to one of the blue something in Hoboken. I'm going to go have dinner. With who? By myself. Why? Because I know next year I'm going to go out with my boyfriend. He's going to go out. We're going to go eat. Where is it going to come from? I don't know, but I just know it's going to be, I don't know. Let me check. It's going to be a weekend. My birthday's going to be on Saturday and I'm going to go out and my boyfriend's going to be there. We laughed so hard because it's good sometimes to manifest. Not manifest, pray for whatever you want. But when you're 40, you're careless. And to cut the story short, I was very happy. I didn't end up going by myself. My friend accompanied me to go out and we talked about it. I looked so pretty. And guess what? The pretty I looked. The Winnie that I still wear the short dress, but I was wearing sneakers this time around. And it was so beautiful. With sneakers and shoes. I was like in my white Air Force, my little bag. And I was like, this is how you're going to go out, Winnie. I'm like, listen, I am 40 and I don't care. My hair was shaved up. I have lived my 40 and I'm not. It's a beautiful thing to just like grow with wisdom and just embrace yourself. Life doesn't end. It just gives you another cushion knowing that I did the last 40 well. And what am I going to do now? I'm not going to jump up the way I used to jump, but I'm going to still jump, but I'm going to jump with wisdom. So that's how that's how I feel about my 40.
Yeah, I mean when I turned 40, it was amazing.
That's good.
A lot of reflection and lie and just embracing that whoever I shared it with, was meant something to me. Life goes in passages where it won't be the same. But the things you still have those people aligned in your life. And it was amazing. And then pictures of us. Portland, if you want to travel and go to Portland is the best. They have the best food. They know how to share. In the restaurants, everything that comes out is like, oh, you want the platter? We were like, oh my gosh, Portland, they know how to share. But it was amazing that I shared it with the people that were surrounded with me and by me. I'm so grateful. And then we enter into the next year, and all that stuff. And everything comes with growth, resilience, and a lot of struggles. Definition of being in the 40s, to some people who are not 40 yet, they are like, you're old, you have not succeeded. I guess because you're in your 40s, that's when you learn how to achieve certain things, because now you're so mature. You don't care what people say. You don't get attached to certain things. I mean, everybody's different with the way they receive things. But when it comes to like growth, usually around 40s, that's where a lot of people encounter a lot of divorces. Because now
why?
No, because then you've learned who you are. You know who you are. You know what struggles you can fight for yourself, and it's a transition. Then again, later on, 45, 50, you meet your life partner, because then the person that comes into your life is learning you, and you're learning that person, and you're learning to grow together. And love is not an instantaneous thing that's going to happen there. You're going to learn to love one another every single day as you go in that path and journey of life. But in your 40s, that's when you're like, maybe you want to achieve, you're done with schooling, you're done with your business, you're done with all what you were thinking of, or you're still, no, not done, you're still in transition. Doesn't mean when you're 40 when life ends. It's just beginning, because certain things have been achieved in life, and now you want to just add on to what you already built.
Yeah.
But because they say, society says you're supposed to get married by 28, by 30 you have a house.
Yes.
But if you have those things earlier, because sometimes it's because what they've told you, you do those things with an impulse, and then you end up saying, I didn't plan on, not having enough money. Then now you're going to lose your house, you're going to lose what you built, you're going to lose a lot of things and then again, God sends you back, like, what did you learn from this? Then you start in your 40s, you start, what mistake did I make in my decisions with purchasing a house, in doing this, in going this route, in my partner? What did I do that was wrong, that I
don't want to take it with me now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to implement in my new life. Doesn't mean when you're 40 then life ends. Just things just happen, because now you're really cautious and aware of yourself, and you're really cautious about the decisions that you make as you go along with life. I guess that's the way I kind of see that.
You're very right. I think I have made good friends. I have made good friendship. I have made partners in turning 40, and what I have come to realize that this time around 40, I don't care. But when you turn 40, you just don't care. You really don't care. You do care about people, but it's just like you are able to let go. You are not.
I think the care is not the care that we had into. I think the care just says like, I am in charge of making my decisions.
Yes.
What I do does not have to impact you, because this is the decision that I make, and I'm making it because this choice aligns with me and sits well with me. So what you think is your business, what I'm doing is my business, and let's just go along this route.
That's it. And then the good thing is that I think you and me, remember we had a talk. We talked like, what do you think about me? Like, you asked me questions and all that. I'm like, what is she doing? I was like, yeah, I'm about to do the same, girl. We ask each other questions, how you feel, what you think of me. And we're so genuine questions. And I think from there, we just kind of like, it clears who we are. And then you have love and respect your friend for who they are. And you know what that did to us? I think those couple, and I really, maybe I don't say much, I really appreciate that. That did me, I think, was like, I have to love you for who you are. I cannot change you. This is Ivy. If Ivy doesn't pick up the damn phone today, she will call you tomorrow when she's free. It's okay. I don't have to sit down. No, but I want to make a phone. Right to mama phone. No. We are 40. We
have
busy.
And the thing is, like, just because I didn't respond instant to your need, because I know you, when you call me, I'm at work, I'm like,
yes,
I'll call you back, and then you be like, and then sometimes we're like, oh, first in checking the winning, and they say call because I know she's busy, because we know we're looking at the time zones, and we're like, oh, she's busy. Okay, well, 3 o'clock, or it's 6, she's out. Let me try and call her again. Or I'll call her, and I usually try and make sure, like, I'm in the car by 7:45. Oh, 8:30, no, 10:30, no, but let me see if we can just have, and then she'll pick up. She's like, man, why do you pick up the phone when you're sleeping?
That's okay. That's what I'm saying. I think it's the same thing. I'm like, if you guys did not watch, we had a conversation with Yvonne Peary about friendship and different personalities. There are friends that when they call you, the phone is just gonna pick up. There are friends that when they call you, like, my phone. It's just that's the way it is. There are some friends who just won't even call you after 11. But they are my friend, my support system, 11 o'clock. Hey, Philip Mulifia win. Wait. Okay. No,
maybe if you call me around that time because my phone is on silent, I'm sleeping, I'll get in hold of you.
No, for real, because it's like, what? Are you okay? Okay, it's everything. Because it's just like we care so much for your surrounding. This is a 40-year life. I mean, you guys, you can do it when you're in your 30s, but when you're 40, you understand the people that we are moving in with, because now we are moving together. We are celebrating each other. We are loving one another. We are.
We're not going to be here bashing one another, or not even bashing, like putting one another down, because we're in a place where we want growth and we want to see, maybe the person. And I think what we think in life, we think just because I'm ahead in certain achievements doesn't mean the person behind me who hasn't achieved what I've achieved is behind. They've achieved something that I haven't achieved. Yeah. And that's how we should look at life. We have to look at life like, it doesn't matter whether I have achieved this and my friend hasn't achieved this. They've achieved something that I haven't achieved, And then we're all given our own instances in life where our achievements are, this is what you will achieve. This is what, because our goals are different. What we strive for in life is totally different.
Yep.
So we look into all those things and be like, oh my gosh, okay. If you get to a point of understanding that, you're not going to look at the aspects of social media and be like, oh, Dubai, my men there to Dubai. Come on.
That's why I'm here for a job in Dubai. Yeah.
I mean, come on. Maybe I don't even. You have to understand, like, what are the levels of finances that I have? What finances do I have that can make me to go? Because you're not going to Dubai for 2 days. You want to be in Dubai for like a week, and then enjoy. If it's vacation, you just sit there, go desert riding and doing all those things, because you know what, you worked for it. But just because no. Yeah. Do a local trip to Nangumu, vacation, within, and then save up. You don't have to. We're not in a competition.
We're not in competition.
We're trying to get there.
Yeah, like, like, talk about a small vacation. Like, we do staycation whereby you just go like Atlantic City, or you just go somewhere else where it's just like you want to feel like you've been somewhere. It doesn't have to be the whole social media where, I'm on vacation, I'm flying here. You don't have to. And this is the feeling when you're 40, you have nobody to answer to, nobody to tell you what to do, because you're grown. You become your mom's friend, you become your sister's best friend, and you become your partner's friend. So if you want to do something, you plan. You can do it all, but you plan. So just 40 and
the spontaneousness is not as it was when you're like 20 or early 30s. You are not that spontaneous where you just boom tulea. That you come back, shali poshon sempia tukapangira poshimbi. That's how we acted when we were younger. Like, I'm gonna go work, I'm gonna get paid the $400 every week. So if it's done, did I sort out my Zambian people? I sorted out my Zambian family. So
I'm fine.
I'm just, this is, and that's how it was. But when you get to a certain point in life, it's not like that.
You talk like that. It's like we didn't even say no. We were just like, okay, yeah, okay.
Do you even remember being tired then? You go out to a club, you come back home at 5, that's a Saturday, and then you said yes to working ka shift kunchito. So you have to be at work at 10 o'clock in the morning. I do not remember getting tired. All I was like, oh my, we went to rest when you went to work. That's the way time to rest. Can I do it this time? Hell no.
Hell no. I am not going
But
anywhere.
that's the beauty of going through the phases of life.
Phases of life.
And I would say, I don't think I would have been this person if I didn't experience these levels, because in America it's like you have to go through those phases. Back home, when you go out a lot, and then literally you're just going out to have fun without even affiliations with anybody. Just because you went to a bar, you went to have fun, or you're talking to these guys, to them you were portrayed as if you're just so malicious, you're just like so outgoing, you don't even care about your life. But here it's like, but mommy's not here, but daddy's not here. Okay, let the fun begin,
I remember this feeling. I think when we went out, me and Stanley, and God bless my bestie, we went to this club. I think it was I forgot, it was in the city. It was like three floors. I forgot the name.
Was that Jay-Z's club?
No, not that one. Before that one, there was this one. I forgot. It was I forgot the name. I might remember the name. They used to play techno. It was on.
Was it Iguana?
No, Iguana was African.
It was a mixture.
This one was like a techno. They used to play techno on second floor. Third floor was, I think, R&B, and then the bottom was like more rapping. It was like a
floor. I think I know the club. I know.
Yeah. So we went there by 7 o'clock. They even start giving breakfast. And me and Stanley, we were like, what are we doing tonight? We're going out. We go on Friday night and we go on Saturday night. God help us. This particular time when they gave us breakfast, that's when we told ourselves, this is not okay. Weenie, and he goes, Weenie, this is not okay. Man, this is not okay. And this is something, when you are young, you're just doing things. And I'm so grateful I had friend Stanley as my brother. Look, we went out whereby, when you're dancing, having fun, and then maybe like a girl is looking at Stanley will go and say hi to the girl, and the girl will just say, oh, but your girlfriend. It was like, we didn't push a market. I'm like, in the minute I push a market, okay, but for me, I can't dance with anyone else. So you were just like, we dance two of us. You go find somebody else, talk to somebody else. Winnie, that's not why we're here. We're just here to have fun. And that was a good thing. And this was like in 2022, 23.
Yeah.
Like, God knows what I knew then. What I know now, if I knew when I was 22 in this country, damn. But
I'm not regretting. That you encourage even like the younger ones. 20 years ago, 22, 20 years ago, this country is different. It's different.
Way different, Kabwe. Way different.
But the only advice I could give, if you're in your 20s and you're coming from diaspora, if you have plans one day to go back home, or if you invest, because when you're younger, you're always working hard, you're always working towards whatever. We came from like where you come here, you go to school, or you do whatever you need to do, and you're making money. You're making that extra money, with whatever kind of job that you're having. But when you're that age in the 20s, you don't think of being 45. You only think of being in your 20s until
we didn't even think of being that age. We were like, what? Oh, yeah. I didn't even think. I was like, oh. Remember when we did the Zambian family? We're laughing at people who are older than us, right? But
matron.
Now we are the matrons. As we are the adults. Remember, I saw this on TikTok. This girl was like, guys, I'm rushing to go home because Hallelujah Challenge starts at 6 o'clock. We are the new mothers. Remember when our aunt used to go to church? Now we are the one. And then this girl said, Steve and Akebi,
This is so, it's like, sometimes, especially when you go through those life paths, they make you reflect on, because they say, oh, you don't have to go back in the future. Sometimes you reflect on what mistakes did I make then that I can kind of implement now and not do them again, whatever. And that's how it is. Like, you have to go through that. But if you can give advice and say, but again, you're going to give an advice to a 20-year-old who does not even think of being 20 or 30. And I saw this, I think it was somebody on Instagram or somebody said, if you're between 1990 and 1999, you're considered old. I'm like, oh boy. Oh my god. Yeah. So I mean, it's you have to embrace certain things and embrace everybody. Like some people are so glad that they get to that point. Some people are like, oh my gosh, I'm getting old, my wrinkles. It's inevitable. We are all, regardless of what we are going to do with our bodies, regardless of what we are going to do with beauty, as long as your inner soul is pure, you are young at heart. This is just what it is, and it's going to change as time goes by. But take care of it. Whatever you want to do looks pretty, and self-care, and all the chemicals that come with it, the lotions, the serums, the Botox, the lasers. That's fine. If that's what makes you feel good about yourself, that's good. But make sure that your inner part is as beautiful as your outer part.
When you talk about embracing yourself, and I think that's what we're doing, like embracing your life after 40. And self-care, I think me and I, we talk about what to drink, what not to drink, how to wake out. I thought I was by myself. I called Sandra the other day. I'm like, Sandra. She goes like, what should I go to coffee? We do prayer and fasting, I think, in January, so I'll get it up. But not only that, I'm like, I drink ashwagandha, I drink that. I have this. We have all the teas. So for me, I drink about 5 teas. And I'm going to tell you the story. And this is a real story. Like
you have to go there.
One day I was telling Ivy, I'm like, I can't sleep. I'm just too stressed. I'm tired. I'm doing this. She was like, Winnie, go buy this. And here I am, Amazon, deliver in my house. 24 hours later, I make my tea. Now, I'm like, this is going to be 8. I touched the light, everything was dripping down. I'm like, why am I feeling like this? I drink ashwagandha. And I was like, I pick up I said, my partner, I can't speak. She's, Mommy, your eyes, are you okay? I'm like, I think I'm fine. I feel okay. Like, I couldn't even speak. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to drop my book. I don't know how I even drove the car. Even the car was doing this, but I was driving. My mom was like, Mommy, are you okay? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not okay. If I'm not even at and then when I got to work, I'm like, I'm supposed to be in bed. And I'm asking my boss, I'm like, Winnie, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not okay. I'm not supposed to come here. I'm supposed to call you that I'm not coming. But why am I telling you? She was like, Winnie, are you going to be able to drive or are you going to get an Uber? She's like, I'm like, I can drive. I don't know how I did. I came home. I slept all day. I think I overdid it. You're supposed to put, I think, 3/4. Me, I put a whole teaspoon of
I'm like, and now she's blaming me. Hey, I went, Ryan, don't ever. I'm like, first of all,
he was like, go throw it away right now. Go throw it. Go and start throwing. I put a little.
I'm like, first of all, how many teaspoons does it say per instructions? Oh, it says 1/3. And how many teaspoons did you get?
1 teaspoon.
And on top of that, now what you feel?
Because I wasn't feeling well, so I even had.
Now I felt bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, but I'm like, I've never had that situation happen. Maybe if you had to do it again, buy a different kind of brand.
Buy a different brand.
Make it by itself without mixing it with cough mixture. She's like, oh, later on.
It's working now.
Now I'm like, okay, now I feel good about this.
I was like, no, I'm gonna pack it. I'm gonna give it to you. And then every time I pass my kitchen, I'm like, I think I should do a little bit. Maybe not. And then I just started doing a little bit, and then I'm fine, and then it's good. So I have like now 4 of them. I think maybe now 5. I want to do the charm. Yvonne was telling me about the charm. I don't know. I think it's CA, something like MA, something like that. So I was like, I'll try.
What is it? Is it a powder? Where do you get it?
The powder. She says the powder. I'll get it.
Oh, is it calm or calm? I think it's calm.
Yeah, I didn't get it yet.
CALM?
I think so, yeah.
No, it's magnesium. It's from, you can get it from Costco.
Oh, they have it in Costco?
It's just, if that's the one. It's
Powder.
it's a powder. It's a muscle. It's like when you exercise, you want to relax your muscles, and it's good for sleep as well. It's magnesium.
Yeah, because I have magnesium, so that's why I was like, let me wait, because I have magnesium tablets that I drink. See, 40, we talk about this. I
know what you meant. But anyway, so they say everybody has a routine. I have my routine in the morning. I usually have now I introduced like relish, the mushroom, and the lion's mane.
I have that.
Because if I mix a lot of like powders in my tea, it gets a little bit bitter. So that now I just kind of eliminated the others and just drink them separately. So I could like just for my digestion in the morning, I make hot water. I make my ginger blend and all that stuff. Then I put the mushrooms in there. It's like 1/3 of a teaspoon and 1/3 of a teaspoon for both of the other one is a teaspoon and the one is 1/3, and just mix those up and drink for memory fog, just alertness from the mushrooms. I'm more of a natural. If I was Kuzambia, they would say it.
Yeah, those containers that you have. I ordered some of those. I want to put them and then label them. That's
yeah. So I'll just make that and drink it. Then later on, that will be just for then when I'm going to work, I usually like to drink the matcha tea, the green tea, which is good for your cleanse and it's good for like a lot of good things. Very high in vitamin C, very good for cancer stuff. Then I'll add ashwagandha because I can't drink ashwagandha at night because I had a very different.
It's very weird, Kabwe. I can't drink that during the day.
I can't because now I can't even drink collagen. I can't drink it at night. It makes me active. No, it makes me active. So I can't drink.
Once I drink ashwagandha, green tea, moringa, and what else? Yeah, 2 minutes later I'll be sleeping.
No, not for me. I can't drink them I have to drink them. In the morning. So those will be like my tea. When I get to work, because I say when you wake up, and this is a very different topic, when you wake up in the morning, you don't want to have like something sweet, like, have a muffin, now have a bowl of sweet cereal, or I'll have a coffee. They would try to advise you to drink a coffee after an hour later after you've woken up, because then there's some endorphins or there's some chemicals that can align with the stress levels in your system. So they try to let you drink your coffee an hour later because those chemicals in your body are kind of elevated. At that point. So an hour later, they've kind of subsidized. So now you can drink your coffee. So now I'll drink a coffee at work. And I've never used to be a coffee drinker, but I usually drink it at work. Especially after I had Tawanda, just energy. You want to give yourself some energy.
I do that, but I don't even drink coffee. I'm just a lot of teas, and it's been good. And then again, after 40, what I've come to realize, exercising. I think that's really, really beneficial because when I work out, it's not like even like before I'm losing weight. It's not about losing weight. I think I feel good. It makes me feel like the energy, just like you're fine. Like when I wake up in the morning, 6 o'clock, I do my devotion and I go spend. I start with 10 minutes, and then now I'm like almost to 30 minutes. It's just the energy that you have all day. By the time you come home, your mind is clear. You just have you have enough room for yourself. Like even just getting up early in the morning by yourself, it's really good. Like if you have children, or even if you have spouse or you're by yourself, just get up in the morning and do a couple of things by yourself. It's really good.
Yeah, and even just one thing we should be aware is when we are getting older, our metabolism is very slow. So you're going to also be aware that you're not going to lose weight faster than you did when you were 30. It's going to be so hard. Your cortisols are so high. Once you find out that you have a stressor in you, if you try to eliminate that stressor, then that will get better for yourself. So there are a lot of things that we take part into, like exercising. No matter how much you exercise, as long as your body cortisols are very high, you can eat a leaf and you still not lose that weight. But if you find the cause of your stress, you're going to shade of your weight. And then for us women, we're getting to a point where it's after 40, a lot of vitamin D is very important. Drink that because your body density reduces. So then you're so compelled to having fractures, breaking hips, and so they also encourage us to lift weights. I know social media says cardio is not good, but again, that cardiovascular is one thing that we have to face when we're losing our estrogen, our progesterones, our insulin, everything is all the hormones. They start to depreciate. That affects our cardiovascular. But how can you sustain that? You want to have cardio in your workout routine. A lot of weights, lifting weights is important. And then cardio is also important. I mean, and then all these like stretching, like the Pilates. I did my first bar X workout on Friday. I was like, whoa, this is intense. I thought it wasn't. Sometimes you assume because you've never done something and you're always like, and then you do it or you take part of it. You're like, oh my gosh, this can really, intensify your body. So try what
I need to start some of these things. So now embracing your body and your sexuality after 40. There are people who they have a different figure. Like you say, we are all different. We're all born different. I have seen people who really, really embrace their body. Like I have my couple friends. I can say Nelly, I can say Irene. After 40, they're beautiful. We all have different shape of the body. We're talking, me and Nelly, I think last time, it's like, my gosh, she looks beautiful in black. She says, Win, na fora ne mwina kalila yayo na sebi kapo na ka belt pa muruapa. Ni chapo ine. Ni sebola. And then Irene, the same thing. And it's like, we are now at this 40, you just want to embrace your body.
And be comfortable with what you're wearing.
Comfortable, yes.
Being comfortable. Because the thing is, you're not just go just because you want to emulate your 30-year-old body, then you're going to embrace it. You're going to use that same figure or outfits that you wore. Yes, you can if you've maintained your weight and everything. But the thing is, like, if you've gotten to a part where maybe you've landed yourself with an extra 5 pounds, there's some clothes that won't fit right as they were fitting you then. And yeah, it's not a struggle, it's acceptance. Once you get to the point
and that's true, because I used to wear a small and then now I think I'm in a large, probably even extra large soon. So when I wear a short and it's like this, I just say, hey, this is where we are. It's nothing we're doing. We're gonna wear this short. And then even before, like I used to wear shop, I used to wear a lot of crop tops, but my parents wearing crop tops. I can't do that. There are some crop tops that I can wear that like a nice blouse, like a nice.
Like we're saying, you're going to still wear those things that you wore that time, but then you're going to find the ones that fit you right. I wear crop tops, but then I'm not going to wear a crop top that's going to, like you're saying, revealing everything, but I'm going to wear something that's just going to align with my body.
Yes.
So I'm not going to wear my Palos crop top,
Yeah, no, life is after 40. It's beautiful. And life after 40, for some of us with children, now it becomes a struggle. You're like, damn, I look at this girl, maybe she's just like acting like me. So how you parenting? So it's like, we are going through it. We are learning through it, especially for us with our teens. We get to see them like, damn, I did that. I was doing the same thing that you're doing. So I know better. Now I can say, this is what my mother used to say. I know exactly what you're about to do because I'm 40 and this time I was doing the same thing. So just embrace yourself and your body and chase your dreams, and do not always apologize for who you are. If this is what you are, it's what you are. Yes, you make mistake, and we're too grown. I'm gonna say this word: we're too grown to bash friends, to bash people. We are too grown when you're 40.
And I think sometimes we feel as if just because I'm doing it, the other person has to do it. No.
Yeah.
Do it their way, and I do it my way. Just because they so then you have to like force them to. No, that's what they do. And the thing is, like, when life after 40s gets to us, or life after, or life within the 40s gets to everybody. It's not only women, even men.
Even men, they
You
go
know?
through.
Even men have their own andropause where they also, and men it's like, they want to like look good, they want to like midlife crisis, and midlife crisis is on both sides. For men it's different, for women it's also different, but the midlife crisis on everybody is there, because then you're like, oh my gosh, I missed out, I didn't do this in my 20s, I want to do it, I want to dress this, I want to have a smaller car.
I want to have a younger girlfriend.
Ferrari. You want to go into the Ferrari that you can't even put your feet in, or you can't even
I want to go and marry and have children now. This is the time. Like I run around. Boy, where you going? Go sit down somewhere. But it's just life after 40. Embrace it and enjoy the moment in every way you can. And I think if I can do a little bit of recap for me, I think I have grown a spirit of discernment. I know who I am. I embrace myself. I love my company. I love my family. We are in diaspora. Everyone that we are attached to, most of them are family friends now, because we become family now. We're not friends anymore. So and if you say you did something wrong, I am good to say, listen, I made a mistake, I'm sorry. I don't have to hold it in.
For me, I feel the moment you start to be accountable and say, and sometimes you just want to just keep quiet and listen to that. You don't have to take everything that they say. Sometimes they're just like coming to you with so much greatness, so much love for you, but people feel as if you always have to shield yourself. And no, I'm not. It's not for me. I'm just saying this is what I feel. Maybe you can learn from this, or maybe you can. Yeah. People feel as if no, I have to shield myself. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get from it. I don't want to hear from you. But I feel it's like once you get to a point where you can kind of see yourself and be acceptable of what comes through, you don't have to take everything. You can sift whatever is not important. But once you get to that point, you see how your life changes, because you're like, I am accepting that I was wrong. I am accepting that I did something wrong. I am accepting that I spoke to you in the wrong way.
Yeah.
And once you get to that point, then you will see growth in yourself. And the perspective is different, because now you're seeing life in a different angle, because you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I was doing this,
Yeah. No, it's very weird, because even like when you meet people and then they look at you like, hey, I don't like her. I'm too old. I'm not old. We're too old for
and it. That's your reason. And
yeah,
if I had to ask you, why don't you like me? Or because of the way you speak, I can't change that story.
I can't change it. I did already. So I'm sorry. Let's sit down and speak about it. Like, you know what? There's one of my girlfriend that we didn't speak for a year, and I didn't get it. 2 years. And then it was over silly things, and she's such a good, I love her. And then she was like, you know what I heard is this. And I was so puzzled. I'm like, Winnie could have not done that. I'm like, but why didn't you come to me? It's like, no, because I didn't want to come to you, because I didn't feel this way. But when I met her, I was like, what's up? How are you? Are you good? And she was like, yeah, I'm good. And then she didn't get it, because she thought what I said was what the person said to her. So when I said, listen, I don't know what happened. I lost your number and everything. What happened? She goes, you know what? We're going to talk about it. And we talked about it. And she's like, this is what somebody told me. I'm like, oh my gosh. I wish you could have picked up the phone. I never said that. Yep. Like, really? I'm like, no, I never said that. Listen, I can be many things, but there's some things that I know that I did do that. And I never said that. And she's like, you did it. And I'm like, yeah. So that friend of hers, the person went and tell her because they despise me for some reason. And then, those people whereby when you do something to this person, they go, show me, don't say why. I was like, girl, please.
Yep.
And then 24/7. You see me. I am 40 and caring about you. But I see you.
If somebody can come to you and say, this is what went through, then they're like, oh my gosh, I resented you for no reason.
Yeah.
But again, you also have to be aware, because there are certain people or friends in life that treat you a certain way. Like you're just like, oh, it's okay. No, sometimes you have to, it's either you just distance yourself, because, adult friendship is an elastic.
Hey,
stretches. And you keep that circle, and sometimes it goes down where you're like, and it gets elasticated, and then it shrinks.
Yeah.
But when it shrinks, doesn't mean you can't, that person won't call you. Because when we're getting to a stretch and you're like, you know what, being respectful enough, I'll continue a conversation. But you know your place in that relationship.
Yes.
You know your place in that relationship because, and sometimes you have to respect certain people because that's who, now you've known who they are.
Yes.
And you let them in there. If I come to you with my vulnerability, and then you put me down with my vulnerability.
Oh my gosh.
Then, I don't know how you're going to help me out. I don't know how you're going to help me out. And then you will also have to look out for other people. Look out for friends, because these are the people that you run to when you're in need or when you need to speak to somebody. When you say, I don't like to surround myself with people, there's nothing wrong with being surrounded with people because, it's healthy. We are beings, and we're the only being, we're the only animals on earth that are social.
Yeah.
We are social beings and we need people around. If you have that thing where I don't like people, look into yourself. There's something that's
the problem.
You have to look, and that's the problem, I think, with us human beings. We forget to look into ourselves and say, where did I go wrong? Or why do I behave like this? Why don't people, why do I have to always find myself doing these things? Or why am I losing friends? Or why do people really treat me like that? Maybe sometimes with what comes out of your mouth does not sit well with the person who's receiving it. So maybe start by looking to yourself. Maybe there's something, if people have told you so much about that, people have talked to you about it a lot, maybe sit down and say, no, this is too much. It's the same thing that people have been talking to me about. Maybe let me sit down because you always have to look into yourself if you have something going on. What is it that I have done? And then if you figure it out, there's nothing, then you're like, no, it's not my problem. It's their problem. It's the you problem, not my problem.
Because I think this is where I am. Like I said, I love my 40 and I'm embracing them. I love them. Before I know, like I said, I know me. I'm not perfect. I can beat up somebody if I want, or I'll shut down. But now when I turn 40, I learn to just listen. And then I'm like, let me give it time. Maybe it's my fault, because I'm thinking, because I know me. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I said something, because maybe I was over talking and then I said something, and then maybe they this is how they feel. And one thing I've come to realize, right? About somebody, what were they talking about it when we're there with you? So be careful, those people. So for me, I'm like, if you're going to tell me about something like that, don't tell me, because I'm going to tell. I'm 40 years old. I don't have time. Oh, this one, no. So now I listen to myself and I'm like, am I overreacting? Maybe I should wait. Maybe need to react. But if you do one time, I'm like, 2 times, I'm like, 3 times, no, I'm out. And then when I'm out, I don't even want it next to me, because I know that you are just now here being nasty. We're not here. We are not working together, because as 40s, as adults, we're supposed to be, even if we're not in the same place, but we can respect each other. But if you're gonna disrespect me, my little intelligent, because you are this way, then you don't have to be next to me, and I'm gonna take myself out. So being 40, it's just so. It's not like you're strong, you are powerful, or like I said, we are wisdom. Yeah, but you have to have wisdom. You have to have a spirit of discernment. If the environment is not accepting you, you can move slowly, and it's okay. You're not hurting anyone. You can meet those people and say, what's up? But I'm not going to associate with you. We're not going to eat together. We're not going to sit down and laugh, but I'm going to say, what's up? So I feel like those things has been doing me very well.
Yeah, man, that's why you're supposed to be emotionally aware of yourself, and then if I have a co-worker of mine at work who's always like, she just speaks her mind, and I love that about her, because she just speaks, Ivy, and she'll be like, Ivy, am I just too blunt? I'm like, no, you speak Pick what you feel is right for you. It's not even, some of us will, Ivy, I don't sugarcoat. I'm like, that's what I love about it, because don't sugarcoat. You're going to just pick what is not sitting well, and you're like, oh no, look at this way. Ivy, no, Ivy, I'm stuck. I'm like, baby, try and do this. This will kind of work for, no, Ivy, I've gone through this a lot. But again, it's like you get to meet people, and it's like, maybe look at it this way, because you are looking at it this other side. Like when you told me, you were always telling me, no, leave Mount Lumbo alone. It's already, Tashena's done it too. It's okay. I'm like, but see, that's what I mean. In the life where in the stages of life where we are, that there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of learning, and some things that you didn't learn before, you didn't have any mentor. And for those who have situations where they need mentors, get one, because sometimes have somebody to get you under the wing so you can pursue and perceive life in a very special way, and always be aware of your aura, be aware of your emotions, be aware of
aura. My gosh, that would be another topic for another day.
The mental health is very important, especially at this age, because we have a lot of, especially when you're in perimenopause, in this starts within 35,
you start doing
a swing of emotions, you have a swing of hormones, so your mental health is all over the place. Meditation is good. Exercise, working out in nature, those things help. You don't have to, sometimes it's loud when you're, like living in an inner city where it's like it's so loud, but sometimes you can go to a park where the big park, you just go in there, walk, clear your mind and all that stuff. I know it's not, some people be like, I mean, yeah, sometimes you think that, but you don't know, because you've never spoken to that person that you think it's been easy for them. You've never spoken to them to see why they do it, because they're doing it because it's so hard. So they're doing it so that they can be in a mental state that is so good. Seek help, semi-professional help if you need. Sometimes it's expensive, yes, but maybe church. Church. You can talk to. Sometimes. Listen to a podcast. Those things are healthy. They're so, and you just tend to like what kind of podcast you want to listen to. Are they healthy? Then maybe one day or two, it just starts to help you slowly, because not everybody can afford a mental specialist. Not everybody can afford, a psychiatrist or anybody who can, help them with. Otherwise, at the end of the day, the mentor is you going through it. It's your mental state. So, what pieces can I fix before I fix the bigger ones? So I think it's very important, because we have a lot of challenges at this stage of our lives. That's why you don't care, quote, good care. You don't care about what people think, because you're already enduring a lot of
stuff.
Financial help, parents getting older, taking care of your own children, taking care of adult children, taking care of finances in the home, taking care of a lot of things. So then you don't have room to think of the 5% of what other people are thinking.
What other people are thinking, yes.
Because that's why in these stages of our lives, we have so much responsibilities that comes our way, that we don't have time to look at what's going on, just because I didn't take care of it. So even my nieces, when they call, my nieces, my nephews, my cousins, whoever calls me back home, they're like, oh, they're Lombako. I'm like, if you think that I will remember, if I tell you next week, if you don't call me next week, that's the least thing I'm thinking of.
I'm thinking about. I have other things. Yes.
Remind me, because they're going to think as if the one post the mano. No, it's because I've got so many things on my mind, and that's the least problem. So if you don't remind me, I'm not going to think about my brain fog is already like filled up with a lot of bunnies in there, like running highway to highway 5. So I'm not going to think of that little extra bunny that's coming, the pink one that's behind me is going to come and tell me that no. It's not that I forgot, it's because I am just consumed with a lot of things going on in my life. I think that's why it goes through when you're in that stage of your life.
No, this was awesome. This was great. Again, if you're out there watching us, we're talking about life after 40. And if you like this came out from Banga, thank you for suggesting.
I hope we touched some of the topics that you interested. Please comment, Banga.
Yes.
Comment,
like,
something that you missed. Add on the comments.
Yes. And then if you have any topic that you want us to talk about it, please, you're welcome. Parenting, like we said from the beginning, like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next time.
Yep, and please, like, you can comment while the live is happening and go back again while it's not recording, so that at least we can see all those beautiful comments and respond, because again, that's a way we can interact in like whatever we spoke about, what we missed and what we said wrong, because this is a learning phase. This is a learning phase for everyone. So if we make a mistake, or if we said something that wasn't appropriate, or something that wasn't ideal for, I made an error. So we can communicate on the comments.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. As always, I appreciate your platform.
You again. You will see her over and over and over and over and over. Thank you. Have a great one. See you on the other side. That's all I can say, because I cannot say see you on the other side.
I know. Bye.